something back to the land. You know, they want to, the landscape is offering its sacrifice, its stuff, by letting the doors and all these spirits out come and show themselves to them and teaching them stuff. So the Native Americans feel that they need to give something back. And the only way to do that is human blood. And when you look at the altars, the blood is going right down into the ground. You know, the blood is going right into the ground where these things live at. You know, there's a picture of this on my website. The CCC went in there and they sandblasted all this side of the altar. They left a little dog here, you know, and UFO up here. Thank God they didn't know what these things were, because if they did know what all these symbols meant, they would have blasted that too. But because they don't know what these barbells mean, and they had not a clue what all that stuff meant, they left them there. So thank goodness, you know, we have a little God up there. He's actually getting ready to probably take away this dog here. We'll go into that later. But the CCC, they blasted all this, but they left the petroglyphs here. And then when I took a photograph of it, the petroglyphs came out on the photograph. It was great. It was a dragon. And sometimes dragon is hard for me to draw. But he kind of looks like this. He has eyes, and he's like this. He's got, you know...
That's good, Dad. That's kind of just like it.
And he's looking this way. This, let's see. Never eat breaded meat. Okay, this is the way this altar is facing. This facing east. This is significant because these things are coming and going from the east side. Another point I'd like to make. This mountain is facing towards Jerusalem. This mountain is faced in a strategic place. Not only can they calculate the sun's alignment and track the seasons with that mountain right there, the mountain's perfect for this, but it's also facing the direction of Jerusalem. Next to this altar is a waterfall. There's a waterfall, and it goes right next to this altar. And in studying the way they did sacrifices, they probably bathed first. They probably went into that waterfall that was right next, and then they probably, you know, did their sacrifice here. Another thing that's scary is this altar is not that big. When I laid on it, my feet on it. But when my son and his friend laid on it, it's perfect. And I brought chills up my spine because I read in Enoch and in the Bible that they used to sacrifice little children to these things. They sacrificed their kids to these things. Some of these babies wasn't even grown before they started killing them. And there's blood all down the side. Well, you know, when we read Enoch, it says that these fallen angels, these demons, were thrown into the earth. Matter of fact, these things are actually the watchers. See the crack? That big crack there? That's a door. The original intent for these watchers was to make sure that mankind had, you know, evolved in the way that God wanted them to do. That these watchers weren't supposed to make contact with us. Weren't supposed to let themselves know that these things are here. They weren't supposed to do anything with us at all.